Hello and welcome to one of my last videos about Crash Drive 3. This video is part 2 of how to cheat in Crash Drive 3, so if you missed part 1, be sure to check it out first. In the previous video I introduced you to how to use glitches to take advantage and cheat in the game Crash Drive 3. Today I'm going to dive in a bit more advanced topics. If you remember, in my previous video I mentioned there are 4 ways to cheat in a game. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the basics of making temporary memory modifications to the game process memory in order to alter game parameters values. This method requires knowledge of game cheating tools and basic computer application knowledge, for which now I will have to explain to you the very basics of how do computer applications work. So let's start from the very basics. When you launch your computer, it will load and run a very large and complex program which we call an operating system. Examples for operating systems are Microsoft Windows, Apple macOS, Android, Linux and many others. Without an operating system, our computer cannot do absolutely anything. On top of the operating system, we run applications. Games too. But games are just another type of application. Basically, everything is a type of application. When a modern application or game starts, the operating system creates something like a bubble where the application resides and can do everything they want without bothering other applications or games. This is why you can open a text editor, your favorite game, Photoshop, and something else, and your computer would run it just fine. The bubble the game runs in is called a process. There is always one process which is the main application process, and it may start other processes for the game. How many processes a game would create all depends on how large the game is and how many resources it does require in order to run well. I'm not going to get into details, but what you need to remember is that when you install a game, it just lies dormant on your computer storage. This is your hard drive. When you run it, the operating system creates one process, which in turn could create more processes. But the moment you close the game, it again goes back to lie dormant, and all processes which were created for the game gets killed by the operating system, so it frees the RAM memory for other applications to run. Another thing you must remember is that when a process is created, the operating system assigns certain amount of RAM memory for that process, so the process could write things to that memory and utilizes it as they see fit. Okay, now let's imagine we just run a game, for example Grand Theft Auto. What things could the game possibly write to the RAM memory? For example, this could be our health points, our inventory, so what weapons we collected so far, our location on the map. The game carefully takes care of the memory and what was written to it. And when somebody shoots at our character, the game decreases our health points and writes the new value to the same memory place, overwriting the old health points value. Okay, but what if another process attaches to the memory of the game process and starts writing to that same memory area where our game health points are being written? So imagine our character just got shot and our health points got 2 and we are about to die, but in the next second another process writes 2000 to that same memory area and now our health points are 2000. And what if that process constantly writes 2000 to that memory area? Basically, this is how we become invincible. We could never get killed because we have another process constantly keeping our health points at 2000. Great, we are gods now. This type of game cheating is called memory editing. Is it safe? Totally. Could anything go wrong if we don't do it properly? Well, in the worst case scenario, the game will crash and we could lose our progress. Is it a big deal? No. Okay, these are the very basics. Now you know how things work in theory. And now question is how to do this in practice. And now we must talk about cheating tools. And right now the most popular tool is Cheat Engine. This is the Cheat Engine website. You can download it from here. It is a Windows application. I have no idea if it will run somehow on macOS. Probably there are tools to run it, or if there are similar tools on macOS. But on Linux we have tools like Game Conqueror. This is what it looks like. When you use such a tool, the principle is that initially you hook it to a certain process which is already running. Then you perform an initial scan and then you start searching for values in the process memory areas. One little detail: be careful to which process you hook the cheat tool to, because if you hook it to a process which is not related to the game, you may crash another application, or even a process which belongs to the operating system itself. In the very worst case scenario, which I don't think it would happen that often, but it may happen that you crash your own operating system, for which a simple restart of the computer would fix the problem. So, what is possible to do in Crash Drive 3? It is possible for you to have unlimited boost, fast reload, times in tank battles, flying vehicles, invincible tank, so when they hit you, your tank will not be affected, super strong projectiles, so when you hit another tank, they will fly away. You can have a flying tank too. Alright, these are the basics. And now I'm going to tell you to go and watch some tutorials on how to use Cheat Engine. By the way, Cheat Engine, when first run, will propose you to go through their own tutorials, and I'm strongly advising you to do just that, because I am not going to tell you exactly how to cheat on Crash Drive 3 for several reasons. First, I actually never did this type of cheating in Crash Drive 3 and I don't have experience. Also, I don't have any desire to do it. Not to mention that, as I said, this is one of my last Crash Drive 3 videos, and basically I'm going to stop playing this game. I'm going to uninstall it and leave the community as well. So I am not interested to cheat in Crash Drive 3. Second is, if I tell you, you will ruin the game experience for the majority of players who actually want to play the game fair for the pleasure of playing the game itself. Also imagine that all vehicles on your map start flying, all the tanks are flying and invincible, and then who could win the game? Nobody. And the newbie players seeing this, they would all quit and totally abandon the game. Nobody would stay and play the game, and the game will just die by the lack of players. And I don't want to do this. I don't care about the game anymore, but I do care about the game community. So thank you for watching this video so far, but I will not show you exactly how to cheat this way on Crash Drive 3. If you want to learn this, go and learn it. I'm not stopping you. But it is always better to play fair and feel the pleasure of winning and not cheating. And you will get more respect and prestige among the other players. With all that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you learned something today. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. But remember, if you cheat in a game, you will not get that much of a respect. However, if you play it fairly, everybody would respect you if you show real skill. Show real skill and play the game. I'm Strayev, and I never cheated in this game. Goodbye.